Welcome to this presentation on Dynamic Web Content Management. This is my Dynamic Web installation and running my website dynamicweb.com. To access the actual administration where I handle all the content on the website, I will go into dynamicweb.com/admin, and this is where I log in as a content editor. Dynamic Web is a web browser platform, meaning that you don't have to install anything on your computer in order to run an installation. It contains, first of all, a content pane up here where I have the content of my website dynamicweb.com, and as we'll see later, you can also see all the other websites I'm running on this web solution, because I can run as many websites as I would like to. Down here I have different areas of the system where I can handle the content, files, users of the system, and my e-commerce platform, marketing capabilities, all the add-in application or modules for Dynamic Web that can extend the functionality, and a management center where I can set up how Dynamic Web should behave. So I have my different pages, and as you can see in the tree, I can have a very deep structure with all the pages. I can right-click a page and create new sub-pages and basically create a tree of all the content that I want to have on this website. Taking a look at the right pane, this is where I have my actual content. This is a piece of content being shown in the front end, Boost Your Business. I have this full text editor, and this is where I actually edit my content. And I can also add as many paragraphs as they're called on this specific website, and this is how I would normally work with content. I also have the possibility of going into a what you see is what you get editing mode. So I get the entire page here, and I can just click a piece of text, and I can change how it would look like directly in the browser, and I see exactly how it's going to look after I'm done editing. I have the possibility of going into a draft mode, meaning I can make changes in my website and see them before I go online, so I can Boost Your Business and go back to that again and save and close this one. And now I can see I have a draft of this. So now I have different features up here, so I can see and compare the published version where I just made the change and the unpublished version or the draft of this website, and I can approve my changes and go back to having my draft published. So now I basically have two equal versions. The last thing I'm going to show you in terms of working with content is I also have the possibility of personalizing my messages. In a later presentation, we're going to take a look at all the marketing capabilities. One of the things that I have here is I have the possibility of personalizing this content. So I can write one message, and instead of showing it to all my users, I give this message to everyone who hasn't been profiled and everyone who has been profiled or segmented as content management users. Content management users is actually anonymous visitors to my website where, based on their behavior, seems to be having an interest in content management, and I can save this. I'll not do it since it's my online website. Or I could also have a message that are more e-commerce related and target that message to visitors on my website that has a behavior that indicates they have an interest in e-commerce, which is my other product area on this website. And the next I'm going to show you is how we work with files. We have a file manager in here where I have a range of folders where I can keep documents and images and all the other files that I use on my website. This is containing images. I have a possibility of resizing all the images and generate thumbnails, controlling permissions, and upload new files. I'm just going to show you how you can work with images in an easy way. We have this online editor which makes it possible for me to crop my images or even resize it to different sizes, and I can rotate and flip my images, all the things that I want. I can also apply effects to my image. All of these things built into the editor or to the browser, so I don't have to install or do anything on my local computer when I'm working with files. I can simply just upload images to the solution and work with them from here. If we're having a look at how DynaGrip works on different mobile devices, this is my website in a preview mode of the browser where I can scale to different browser sizes. So this size is a desktop size, and as you can see I have my navigation and all my content. So now I can scale down to a tablet side like an iPad, and you can see now I have not the same amount of space, and we can see how it seamlessly scales. We have the navigation collapsing, so now I'm moving into a more mobile friendly version of the content or the navigation, but my paragraphs are still placed in a normal order. If I scale further down to a phone, you can see I scale in, and instead of having my content next to each other, it's now stacked on top of each other, so it's basically scaling to the device that I'm browsing the website with. This website also runs dynagrip.com, but also our language versions of the same website, Dynagrip DK, NO, and SE, and so on. And what you can see here is, if I'm browsing into websites, that I have a master website, which is my .com and English language website. And then I have all my country websites as language versions of this one. That means if I create any new content on dynagrip.com, it will also appear on all the other websites when they are translated. So let's have a look at how that works. Going into the company page, I can see I have a language selector up here, and I have a yellow bar indicating that this is a master language. I can switch between the languages, so I'll go to the Swedish one and I'll see the exact same page. Instead of just having the English text, I have the Swedish text because I've been in here and translating this page. And when I if I add a new paragraph up here or create a new page in this structure on the left, these pages or these paragraphs will also appear unpublished on my Swedish or all the other language sites and just waiting for a translation. On the Swedish side, I have the capability of comparing now the Swedish version with the English version up here, so I can see which changes have been made. And as you can see, it's not the exact same things that I have here. I have a little more information on my Swedish webpage than on my English website than I do on my Swedish website. So I have a possibility as an editor to compare two language versions of the same page. Besides, DynaGrip also supports creating pages of different kinds. So this is an event I'm looking at, and I have some things that are related to this. This is just a regular page showing a list of something, and all the events that I have, they follow a training and events item type. So these fields and these definitions that I'm available to fill out on this page is defined specifically for publishing events. These are based on something in DynaGrip called items, and these items are defined to contain exactly the information that the editor needs to fill out to have an event. The last thing I'm going to show you is how we can work with search engine optimization, which is a very important part of working with a website. First of all, I have every page has a set of metadata where I can handle things like title, description, and keywords, and how should we behave in terms of robots, overriding canonical settings, which is one of the things I can do on search engine optimization. I can also see the URL, and I have the possibility of overriding the URL with something specific if I don't like the auto-generated URL created by the system. Also, when I'm looking at a page like this one, I have the possibility of running a search engine optimization wizard like this one. This one will help me fulfill all the information that I need in order to be compliant with the search engine optimization. So first of all, I choose what subject it should be. This one is content management, and I get a list of things that I need to attend to. So I can see I get some errors out here, and I also get some warnings, and I get some rights. So I'm 49% complete in terms of search engine optimization on this one. First of all, I don't have the word content management as part of the heading, so I can add content management to the heading, and it will say I'm now fully optimized. My description does not contain it either, so I'll change it. And I can work with all of this, and now it says I should move it to the first part of to the string, and I can work with going up to 100% completeness of search engine optimization on this one. and when I'm done I can save the changes and this page is fully optimized. When having a page like this one, I want to see how it performs, and I have some reports in here where I can see how many visitors does this page have every day and how it evolves over time. I also have some other reports in here so I can see which search engines and keywords they're coming from, and basically also the distribution of my traffic. Is it direct links or are people bouncing off this page? And I also have some web page analysis telling me something about the performance of this site or this page. Do I have too many images or do I have too many CSS files and so on? This is more like a webmaster tool.